Here's an AMI This Week shortcut with Grant Hardy.
Our smartphones continue to advance at a rapid pace, not to mention making the world more accessible and inclusive for users with disabilities. And as Brian Kemler, product manager of Android accessibility at Google, told me, that includes users who are deaf or hard of hearing. Brian told me about a brand new feature built into Android, Live Caption.
As it sounds, we have built on the original live caption feature, and the original live caption feature just provides captions for social media, for podcasts, for apps that don't provide captions, which unfortunately is the majority of apps. So live caption changed that because we were the first OS to put in this ability to provide captions for any media content. And our recent launch just expanded that capability so that those captions apply not only to phone calls using the default phone dialer that comes with the phone, but also for any VoIP app, right? This is what people use. I mean, people use WhatsApp, people use Facebook, people use Duo, Hangouts, like all of these different things have this notion of a call or a dialer. And in that situation, if you're deaf and hard of hearing, you either have to plug in expensive technology that maybe isn't compatible with the software apps or is kind of clunky to use, that type of thing, or you just don't have an option. And so now with live caption for calls, you have the ability to have any call have captions. And so as if I were a deaf person, I'd be able to have this kind of conversation and read on the screen and see what somebody was saying.
Another feature I was excited to hear about was Sound Amplifier.
So the idea behind Sound Amplifier is, let's say you're a little bit hard of hearing, or you need the TV up, and that's going to drive your family members kind of crazy. The idea is that using nothing more than a smartphone and a set of headphones, you can boost the sound to a profile that works well for how you listen, and so that audio can be more clear. Our users asked for wireless headphone support, and there's some challenges there because to have a good boost to your audio to make that audio clearer, really you need a low latency solution. So we had to tune and tweak some things in the Bluetooth stack to support wireless headphones. So additionally, we've expanded it to cover media that's on the device. So now if you're watching YouTube or you're listening to Spotify or any other app that has audio, you can enjoy that same boost.
Along a similar theme, you can tell me about Live Transcribe and what's new with Live Transcribe.
Sure. So Live Transcribe, basically what Live Transcribe does, much like it sounds, is it's a captioning application for real world conversation. So what that means is if I see you in the real world and I can't hear you or I have trouble hearing you, I can simply pull out my smartphone and using the microphone and using automatic speech recognition technology, I can read a transcript of everything that you're saying. One of the features is imagine if you can't hear well and somebody is outside your field of vision and somebody says your name. Well, in that scenario, you're not going to hear it, right? Like there's no way that person is going to be able to grab your attention without physically making contact with you, which is probably not good in COVID time. So we have this little feature that basically makes the phone vibrate when it detects your name being spoken. So if somebody says Brian, and they're behind me and I can't hear them, the phone vibrates, so I know to turn around. So that's a pretty cool feature. One of the other features that we launched, which is also really neat, is the ability to add custom words. So let me give you a little background on that. So basically, no automatic speech recognition system is perfect. Not even us. We mishear things. There's words we don't know. There's always new words, vernacular, things like that. Or the sort of use case where you're taking a word from a different language and bringing it into everyday use in your own life. So for those types of situations, you're able to add these custom words, and it's really simple to do. You just add them in settings, no problem, and then all of a sudden you're going to get an accurate transcription for them.
What feedback have you heard from the community about some of these accessibility features and the difference it's made?
Yeah, so the feedback for us, it's the best part. I mean, typically, if you're a product manager, you look at big numbers and metrics, and we've got N millions of users and that type of thing. But I think the part that like really motivates and inspires me is the feedback we get from individuals, right? And so just using this example of live caption, one of the things I saw like recently on LinkedIn is, Dad, I'm having a phone call with you for the first time. Like it's just amazing, right?